Today we're talking about something very important for couples who are applying for PR under family spousal sponsorship, and it's related spousal open work permit. Now, many people believe that spousal open work permits are only available for inland applicants if you have received an AOR, acknowledgement of receipt. Remember, even if you filed an Outland Spousal sponsorship application, you could be eligible for an open work permit provided you are living with your Canadian sponsor in Canada. And of course, you are meeting certain requirements. So in this video, we'll talk about the inland and outland eligibility requirements, reference the actual public policy, which allows outland applicants to apply for a spousal open work permit. So a spousal open work permit allows a spouse, common law partner of a Canadian citizen or permanent resident to work for any employer in Canada while their permanent resident sponsorship application is in process. Now let's quote the actual policy on the screen. So this public policy allows for nationals applying under the spouse or common law partner in Canada class or the family class who have a valid temporary resident status, or they have maintained their status, or are eligible for and have applied for restoration of status and have the same residential address as their sponsor in Canada when they apply for an open work permit, and that their permanent residence application was accepted for processing after meeting the requirements of a complete application. This is the key public policy that you need to know. Inland sponsorship cases are the most familiar scenario. You are being sponsored for permanent residence and living in Canada with your spouse. IRCC has accepted your sponsorship and permanent residence application is complete, and you have received the AOR. You have a valid temporary status in Canada, or you have a maintained status in Canada. Then under this public policy, IRCC may issue you an open work permit, which allows you to work for any employer in Canada while your PR application is in process. A very important point that many people do not realize: even if you filed your sponsorship application as an Outland, you may still be eligible for the spousal open work permit if you are physically living in Canada with your Canadian sponsor. Your PR application has been accepted for processing, you've received the AOR, and you have valid temporary status in Canada. In this situation, the public policy still applies, even though the sponsorship was originally filed as an Outland spousal sponsorship application. This is a critical distinction that many people fail to understand. To summarize the public policy, you must be a principal applicant on a permanent residence application under spousal or family class that has been accepted as complete. You have the same residential address as your Canadian sponsor. You have a valid temporary status in Canada, and you have submitted the work permit application. If you're about to submit your PR application and you are not too sure about certain points, you can book an appointment at the given link here. I am a CICC's licensed Canadian immigration consultant. We'll have a detailed chat about your professional profile, in which we'll do a complete assessment to see where you stand, and of course we'll let you know how to move forward. We'll be coming back with more updates. Thank you.